you a very interesting video, a concept of multiple choice questions which is very difficult but not impossible to solve. I'll show you various kinds of tips and strategies which you can adopt when you are solving this kind of questions in your IELTS listening exam. So today I'll be sharing 8 strategies which can help you to deal with multiple choice questions for a better score in IELTS listening. So please like, share and subscribe to get regular updates on IELTS preparations and boost your CRS scores. The basic issue with this kind of question is that we feel when we are sitting for the exam, we feel that whatever options given to us are all doing justice to the question and we cannot rule out the ones which are not necessary. And that is what I am going to discuss today, that what are the criteria we need to be taking care of when we are solving this kind of questions. So let's get started. Strategy 1. Don't immediately pick up the first answer choice you hear. Don't be in the rush to go for the answer what you are hearing. Let's check out this example for that.
Right. Okay, I think we should start by talking about how to rescue a bird. Probably first we should help people understand which birds need rescuing.
Yeah, that's really important. Because a lot of times people see a baby bird that's all alone, or they find a bird sitting on the ground and they think it needs to be rescued.
And usually, those are just baby birds learning to fly. So we should emphasize that people should only attempt to rescue a bird that's clearly injured.
The words all alone, sitting on the ground, obviously injured, all these words were covered. So we should not be rushing to write down the answer. We should think what is the question demanding from us. And if you hear this carefully, it talks about injured, obviously or seriously injured birds. So that is our correct answer and not the first two. Strategy number 2. People feel that the options given in the question are always in the order. That's one of the wrong assumptions and one of the assumptions which has always failed. There is no specific order of the answers given. It can be in any order. Strategy number 3. The answers given in the answer sheet are not same, or they are not the exact words you heard in the audio. They are paraphrased. That means synonyms are used in place of the exact words. Let's check out this audio.
We all know that some bacteria can be dangerous and cause diseases. But how can we protect ourselves from harmful bacteria? Well, a lot of people would answer that using antibiotics will kill the microbes. However, antibiotic abuse can be dangerous to people's health as well. In fact, the best way of protection is preventing the disease by keeping yourself clean and washing hands before you eat.
In the audio, she says, in fact, the best way of protection is preventing the disease by keeping yourself clean and washing hands before you eat. But nowhere in the answer is matching with this. But if you see the options, instead of keeping yourself clean or washing hands, they have paraphrased it as hygienic rules. And so the correct answer is option A. Strategy number 4. It somewhat overlaps with my strategy number 3. You have to track and you have to learn a lot of synonyms. You need to skim through the passage or the paragraph or the questions given and search out for what the synonyms you are actually hearing in the audio. Let's suppose in the passage it said the ideas for this initiatives came from the public. Now you try to match the public with the kind of the options you have been given in the question. Option A, local people, is the nearest synonym for the public and hence that's the right answer. Strategy number 5. Read the question before the audio. You are given some time to read the questions before the audio. Make sure you read each and every question given, because once the audio starts, you may not get a chance to see the question. Strategy number 6. You have to identify the difference between the words given. I'll show this with an example. I have these 3 sentences. First, you must take a cycle. Second, you can borrow a cycle. Third, a cycle will be provided. Now, looking at these three options, when you are listening to the audio, you have to make sure what it is referring to. Like for the first example, you must take a cycle. That shows that compulsorily, mandatorily, you have to take your cycle no matter what. Okay, second option, you can borrow a cycle. So it is just giving you an option. You can borrow. If you don't want, it's okay, you can skip it, but it is totally your choice. So the second thing gives you a choice. The first thing was giving you compulsion, the second is giving you a choice, and the third, a cycle will be provided. That means that you don't have to bring your cycle, they will provide you with the cycle. So the third thing is nothing but a declaration. This way you have to understand what is the question demanding. Is it asking you for a compulsion? Is it asking for a choice or a declaration? Strategy number 7, guesswork. Sounds very childish? Yes, it is childish, but then it is definitely helpful. Sometimes we may skip any part of the audio which we don't realize until and unless we see, oh my god, the audio has reached on this question and I have skipped this part. So it's always better to predict the answers. Few answers in listening exams are little predictable. I can't say all, but few are predictable and you can actually get it right. Strategy number 8. This is actually a golden strategy which is verified, tried and tested. So when you're preparing or you're doing mocks for your listening exam, you can just try, okay, you can try not to see the questions and just listen to the audios. Try whether you are able to figure out the words. Try to understand, are you able to actually comprehend, you can understand what the person is trying to say, or it's like gibberish, you don't understand what he's talking about. This strategy is going to help you to find your weak areas which you need to work upon. By reading the question, I got to know that they are asking me to write about the birthday month of the person. But what if I don't know when they said October, they said November? I couldn't just understand the accent. So I could predict the answer that it's the month of the year. But then I couldn't understand that month because I am not good with the accent listening. So these 8 strategies can help you to overcome the fear of multiple choice questions in IELTS listening. As multiple choice questions are a very mandatory kind of questions which are anyway going to come in all of your exams. So you cannot escape, and that's the reason you have to deal with it tactfully. There are a lot of concerned areas. Do let me know which concerned area is troubling you. Write in your comment section and I'll try to come up with few strategies which can help you to deal with that. That's all from my side. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and click on the bell icon. Till then, see ya. Take care.